Joining me now is Subhash, the chairperson of the Advertising Standard Council of India. Let's listen into what he has to say about this entire controversy. Well, joining us is Mr. Subhash Kamath. He's the chairperson of the Advertising Standards Council of India. Thanks very much for being with us on NDTV. You've now gone ahead and suspended these objectionable ads, pending an investigation. But I'd like to begin by asking you, what really is the SOP for approval of such an ad in the first place? I mean, how was this ad even cleared to begin with?
There is no pre-approval process that the industry follows. It is between the advertiser and the creators, whether it's their agency or the creative team or whoever has done the ad. There is no pre-approval. It is really responsibility is left to the marketeer to follow a certain code of conduct, right? So it's not that an ad is sent for pre-approval and then made. Having said that, ASCI, the Advertising Standards Council of India, does offer a separate service called the Advertising Advice, where all our members are welcome to send their work, their campaign before it is produced to ASCI so that we can do a check and indicate if it is any violation or not, right? And this is a service that we provide. It is not a pre-guarantee in any way. You can still always have somebody from the public objecting to an ad, which is their fundamental right. But we can certainly point out, it's in a manner of due diligence, whether there is a potential risk in this idea or not. This particular ad, we did not even wait for the normal process of complaints addressal. We have sent a notice immediately because it is in such a large blatant violation of the code, especially in today's social context. It's absolutely disgusting. So we sent it to them immediately, suspend the ad. You can then continue to send in your explanation and the investigation will continue as to why it was done. But immediately that ad has to be taken off. We also informed the government, the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. We've informed the media about our point of view. We did not even wait for the normal complaint redressal process on this one, simply because it was such a blatant violation.
So you're essentially saying that the Advertising Standards Council is not a regulatory body per se, so it's not like this ad was cleared by anybody in the first place. So is there absolutely no sanitization protocol when it comes to putting up an ad like that? Because this is an ad that has gone on TV and then it went viral on social media.
Yeah, absolutely. It is expected that the advertisers and the industry are responsible people. Like I said, these are very exceptional cases when something like this happens. Now, what the reasons are for this ad to have been done in this particular way in today's context, I really don't know. That is something that the advertiser has to answer for, right? But we do not, there is no pre-approval process followed by the advertising industry. Right, it is left to the advertisers and their partners to follow the code of conduct, and that's what self-regulation is about.
So it's essentially.
But yes, like I said, we do offer a service where any member can send us their campaign, and we would be able to tell them whether it's right or wrong.
But that's they have the option whether or not they want to access.
Yeah.
That
it's not a mandate.
Yeah. Right. So it's essentially up to the brand and to the agency that is creating the ad. They are essentially culpable or, held responsible for content like this. The government has asked Twitter and YouTube to take down this ad. I believe this ad has also been taken down, by television. But where does the buck really stop? Because the buck can't stop with Twitter and YouTube. That's just a medium of propagating the ad. Surely there has to be questions asked to the creators.
Of course. No question about that. But for now, the first thing is to make sure that this ad does not run anymore. I think that's the first step, right? And then all the conversations will happen, all the investigations will happen, and typically even the advertiser is given a chance to speak his or her point of view as to why it was done or what was their intention. We also will be needing to see if this is a one-off violation that was misinterpreted, or is there a continuing consistent violation going on. So all of that will have to get seen into.
Well, absolutely. And, you're also going to be carrying out, some kind of an investigation, presumably, before a final decision is taken on what happens with this ad. As somebody who understands this space and the influence that, a perfume ad like that would hold on especially the youth, how troubled are you by what we've seen? I mean, it's not one ad, it's two different ads. And as you said in your opening comments, it's absolutely disgusting that this was ever allowed to air or ever created in the first place.
Yeah, I've been in this business for 35 years, right? I've worked on some of the best brands in the country. I continue to do so. So if I take my advertising ASCII chairman's hat off for a few minutes and speak as an advertising professional, I'm absolutely shocked that any advertiser would resort to this kind of an advertisement. In today's context, especially when there is so much of conversation about how women are being portrayed, the sensitivity about the topic, the horrendous rape cases that are going on in the country and news all the time. Given all of that, why would anyone in his right mind choose to do an ad like this? I mean, it is blatantly disgusting, insensitive, I would say, and completely against the norms of what anyone in this society would, that's my personal feeling, right? So as an advertising professional, right, I feel it's an absolutely terrible, terrible thing to do.
Well, I'm glad that you've taken cognizance because, the government has also swung into action. This ad is being taken down pending an investigation, and one sincerely hopes that a strong message is sent out because this, like you very rightly said, is absolutely disgusting. There's no other way or no other word to describe these two ads that have gone on air. Thank you very much for speaking with NDTV.
Thank you so much.